You're watching Trinitech. Pac-Man World 2. Let's talk about it. So first of all, it's a game made by Namco, the same creators of many other arcade games, but particularly one of my favorite games is, again, Pac-Man World 2. So basically we open up the game, and what do we see? We see this nighttime scenery in Pac-Land. And again, I love the visuals. It's very old and cute, and I like it. So, it's definitely one of my favorite classic games. So what exactly is this game? Well, think of it kind of like a Mario game, but not Mario. So it's Pac-Man, but think of it like this. Remember how in Mario 64 you could walk around wherever you want, jumped on whatever you want, on all the enemies and things like that, and you basically had to collect certain things to pass the level? Well, in Pac-Man, in this Pac-Man, there's a lot of that. So, of course, the thing you collect at the end of the levels is actually this sparkly glowing thing. It isn't a star. Or is it? Could be a star. We don't know what that sparkly glowing thing is. Maybe it's a realistic star. Or, whatever it is. Pac-Man collects it and you pass the level. And within the levels, there are, of course, these ghosts, and there are many other things to collect. But in particular, what the story is that these dumb ghosts decide, hey, let's play with these fruit that's on this tree. And then, as the spooky clouds come in and roll in, as you can see by the tree shaking, they unleashed Spooky, the demon ghost called Spooky. And of course, them being idiots is like, hey, let's just stand here and, or float here and watch this dude appear out of the tree. And then this dude's all, wah ha 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 ha. I've been trapped in this tree forever. Let's go ahead and, rule Pac-Man with, these fruit and destroy Pac people forever. Wah ha 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 ha. And then, of course, they're like, hey, that's a great idea. Let's do that. I don't know why Pinky wants to, since she's attracted to Pac-Man. And then, of course, as we enter into the game, we see Pac-Man playing with one of those little, he's playing like, I forget what you call the game, but it's like where you have like a little ball, you kick it up in the air, and I think it's called Happy Sack. I could be saying it wrong. But anyways, you kick it in the air. It's a lot of fun. And then, of course, we enter into the actual Pac world, and look, it's Pac-Man. He just woke up. He's like, oh great, I'm being bombarded by this old dude. And he's come to tell me more about more stuff again. Does he ever stop talking? And then, as they're walking, Pac-Man contemplates why he's still listening. And then he gets into the story. I'm talking about the Professor Pac. And then he talks about their history, about this wizard dude who has this magic formula which he used to create fruits, or at least put into the fruits or something, and made them into golden fruits. And this warrior Pac dude destroyed Spooky once and put him into that tree, but then, you know, the ghosts released him, and now he's telling Pac-Man that he has to go and undo what the ghost did. Yeah, so you gotta go and save Pac-Land, Pac-Man. Good luck with that, and be sure to bring back some fruit, because, you know, we're always hungry, and have fun with that. Yeah. And then Pac-Man's like, ah, dang it, not again. And then, of course, we enter into Pac Village, or the beginning of Pac-Land. And of course, it gives you all the intro of, well, this is the game, this is what you're doing. It's actually pretty good, if you ask me. It's pretty unique, fun, and just an interesting game in all. In all, I would say it was a lot of fun to play. I've played this game many times as a child, and I even rebought the game just because I wanted to have some nostalgia. And honestly, it's a good game. It's solid enough, and it's definitely very reminiscent of the classic game. However, as you can plainly see, it's in a 3D platform now. At least we know where Pac-Man's been living all these years. Although Wreck-It Ralph's Pac-Man's pretty funny too. Yeah, so it's definitely a good game. So this is the bare basics. So you enter into the game, and we got the first level going on. It's pretty great, huh? Got ghosts. And as you can see, it kind of has that classic feel to the original Pac-Man, but it's in a 3D platform. And again, it's just a lot of fun to get to play. And of course, I've played this game for you guys before, but I might go back to it again, but it's definitely a good game, but it's not something I want to be playing constantly, but it's definitely something to go back and be like, yeah, it's awesome. I used to be super good at it, but there's some levels I'm stuck on. And as you can see, he hops up stuff. Yeah, the bare basics is basically how do I play this game. That's what that is. It's kind of like the first level of Mario 64. It's not meant to be the hardest thing in the world, even though they do put some challenges in front of you. Like when I was little, when I first played this, I didn't know you were supposed to do that. Yeah, and again, there's those cheese lives. Person's rev rolling a little early. Then there are these buttons, this red dot. I'm not sure what the red dot is supposed to be, but basically it makes you fly to certain areas. We could say that that red dot is probably just a giant, I don't know what that could be. Well, maybe it's an apple of some sort. Who knows? But yeah, it's a lot of fun. Let's talk about the boss fights. Let's get into it. So we enter into the boss fights and we see this. So there's a lot of repeats in bosses. The first boss is a giant frog that you have to first butt bounce the tongue. Then you have to rev roll or the into the character's mouth in order to beat the level. And of course with this one you just kind of have to ram it and then hit it on its head. Pretty simple bosses. The last boss is actually the hardest. And it just kind of goes harder as you go along. But overall, what would I say about the game? It is certainly a good game. I mean, just look at that. But anyways, would I play Pac-Man World 2? Yes. Should you? Yes. It's for the PS2. I hear it's for the GameCube. It's for quite a few things. So if you haven't given this game a go, I recommend it. They even have it for the Xbox One. So give it a try today. I certainly would recommend it. I've had fun with it for many years. But anyways, with that being said, I love you guys. Hope you have a great day. Hope this video wasn't too spooky for you. Get it? Spooky. Honestly, I loved this level. I'll need to review some of the levels individually at some point. So what are my thoughts on Pac-Man? Well, specifically Pac-Man World 2. It's a really fun game. Definitely solid enough. The camera pans out a little bit too far sometimes. Like, okay, like you'll be trying to do a certain turn and then the camera will go in a weird angle. But other than that, I mean, it's a really great game. It's solid enough. Oh yes, that's kind of difficult too. I don't know why they would specifically put it there. Nice. Anyways, yeah. It's definitely a solid enough game. There's a sparkly thing I was telling you about. It's not necessarily a star, but you gotta collect it. And this person's already made it through a lot of levels. The boss fights are pretty great too. Let's see if I can go to a boss fight. I'm gonna, one moment. So like this game has a lot to offer. And I mean a lot to offer. Again, we have icy levels. Wow, this person went ahead. Okay, this person already won this level. And just look at the enemies. That's a cool enemy. This is the one time you'll see that enemy. You'll never see him again. There's no point to that enemy. Except for I don't know why the person doesn't just run past him. He doesn't have to fight him. That was kind of pointless. Oh, he just wants the coin. That's silly. But overall, it's just a great experience of a game. So, with that being said, I love you guys, hope you have a great day, and thank you for watching, and please like and subscribe, and this was a fun review.